We gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and coach's cheer. We break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Halftime Coaching Adjustment Show. The two old farts here, just talking about sports, life, whatever comes to the table. Really appreciate everyone for tapping in with us today. About to get into, really excited. Appreciate everyone dealing with me. I'm back off of IR. For those who don't know, I had a big fall, really took me out, but hey, the coach never quits. Just like you guys, you don't quit. You keep coming. You keep coming back, and we're gonna get into it and talk about everything from hockey to sports. But before I do that, what's up, Halftime? How you doing, my brother?
Pretty good. How you doing, man? How you been?
I'm much better. So, doctors are on me, and look, I can't lie. I was scared when I fell. I mean, it was a bad fall. I mean, my face did look like this side of my face was just completely swollen and cut up. I looked like I was in a boxing match with Mike Tyson, man.
Hey,
I mean, like he really caught me, and he knocked me out. But you know what? Like I said, I'm here. So I appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you guys, if you're new, sub up. It's free. As my man Lou from G Nation Sports, hey, it's free. Don't cost you a thing. If it's free, it's for me, as I like to say. So make sure you sub up to Halftime, myself, the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network. All the information is there in the description. So some great content. And like I said, what's up, Lou? Thanks for being here, my brother. Appreciate you. Another great giant content creator. Handles his business also with boxing and MMA. So well versed. What's up, Lou? Thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you.
Lou.
I'm glad to be here, guys. So, but we're gonna go ahead and dive right into it, and we're gonna start a little bit with the hockey. Out of all the teams that we follow between New York and Philly, Flyers are the only one that made it. So, first of all, Halftime, how excited! I know they just took care of the first round with the Penguins.
I got nervous at the last game. I got nervous with the Flyers. It went in OT, and it took almost like 20-minute OT to friggin' for the Flyers to score one. But it was a great victory. It was. But that was two teams that nobody thought was going to be in the playoffs. I told everybody, I said, hey, when we signed Rick Tocchet, we were going to the playoffs. I didn't think it was going to be like this. This team, he really has this team moving. It was a great one, and we're going to move on.
Well, I mean, with the Penguins, it's supremacy bragging rights for Pennsylvania. So there you go. But how do you think they're going to do against right now? You guys going up against the Hurricanes next, right?
Yes.
But
I got. Excuse me.
You okay?
I got the Flyers in 6. Hurricanes this year played us tough. Went into a couple overtime games. And I think it's going to be like that again. It's going to be a tough series, but I think the Flyers pulled off in 6.
Okay. Who are some of the
I'm
stars?
talking to you, phone.
I'm sorry?
I was talking to my phone, and when my phone went off, I'm like, I ain't talking to you.
I hear you. Who are some of the stars in the first round for the Flyers?
We got that rookie that was out there. He lit it up. Mitchkov was lighting it up at
Mm-hmm.
the end. But like even Mitchkov gets in trouble though. He gets too many penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Forster, you have Tippett, there's Zegras.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Flyers they're so young. It's unreal. Like you can it doesn't even the young guys are so there's a whole bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
not just, it's just not one line. All the way from our fucking first line to our fourth line, we can score.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't know what line is gonna happen.
Okay. And I'm just trying to look here.
Martin, thank you, Lou.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and here I'm gonna share this because right now I'm on the NHL site and
And then you have and then Lou's right. Vader is MVP. Our goalie,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they call him Darth Vader. He's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
MVP of the Flyers. He coached 42 goals,
Mm-hmm.
42 shots. He saved every one
Wow.
in a playoff. In a playoff series, big atmosphere playoff game. He saved 42 shots in the last game.
Mm,
Didn't even
that's
let
big.
him. And he just stood on his head. He had unbelievable saves. Like, how
Mm.
the hell did he do it?
Well, I mean that goes into first of all your development as a player, how your coaches work with you, and then again your abilities. I mean that shows just how good of a talent he is. So,
He
um,
is the third best goalie in all hockey.
mm-hmm,
With
mm-hmm,
his
mm-hmm,
with his stats, I don't look at stats, but with his
mm-hmm.
standards, he's the third best goalie. It's going to be
Okay,
exciting.
all
I think
right. So,
I think the Lightning have the first best goalie,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
but uh, they might even lose. Who knows?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about here because these are some of the writers that they're asked who they think is going to win each round. Um, Amali Benjamin, he's predicting Carolina over Philly. Um, Brian Compton is also picking Carolina over Philly. Nicholas Kotsonka, hope I said his name right. Already taken. I'm sorry, he's taking Carolina. The first three are taking Carolina so far. William Douglas, he's taking the Flyers. Um, Senior writer Tom Galletti is also taking Carolina. Seems like everyone is taking Carolina, so
Right?
they're.
It's because they didn't think the Flyers were going to make the playoff.
Yeah, I'm
They
just
didn't think the
scrolling here.
Flyers should be here. So
So,
when they predicted the Flyers weren't going to make the playoffs, they're
mm-hmm,
trying to say, "Oh well, you guys got lucky against Pittsburgh. You
mm-hmm.
got lucky to be in here because the Flyers are way too young." These guys are going to be wrong. The Flyers are going to beat the Hurricane.
Well, that's going to really elevate the interest and the support because right there, just like that, and that's on the NHL website. So
Right,
all those writers, there only two people pick the Flyers. So that
right.
goes to what you said. So Lou
But
said,
it's
yeah,
just because they don't want to be wrong on. I got to lay. They just
yeah,
don't want to be wrong about you know their prediction saying,
mm-hmm,
"Hey,
mm-hmm,
the Flyers weren't going to make the playoffs." Now
mm-hmm,
they're like the Flyers got lucky. You know what I mean? Against
mm-hmm.
Penguins. And that's what they're doing. They're just trying to save face.
Well, I mean,
I think they're wrong.
when you get to this matter, I mean, it really changes the whole playoffs changes the whole dynamics, man. I
Yes.
mean, that's really what it boils down to. It changes the whole dynamic. So, you're going to see, we're going to see overall as we go forward how the Flyers are going to do. And and they're playing the first two in Carolina. So if they get one or two, that's going to increase the Flyers' confidence, and it could shake Carolina because I know Carolina is a good team. So
No,
it's a
they're
big
a very good team. They're a
yeah.
very strong team. They're a very good team. But it ain't like the Flyers can't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Flyers beat them before. The Flyers are going to hand them their ass now. The young kids, they needed this just to be the feel the atmosphere of playoffs and know what it's about. But if Tocchet can get these kids motivated and show them what Flyer hockey's about and how to
Mm-hmm.
get these things, I'm telling you, it's going to be wild. I got the Flyers winning tonight. I mean, yeah, tonight. It's going to be a long night. But yeah.
Let me just see. Trying to see how did they when they faced each other this year? How did they do?
They did, Flyers did good. It was a lot of hitting, and that's what they're going to have to do because Hurricanes, that's what they're going to come out. They're going to come out trying to hit and knock, and they tried to get us put in the penalty box. They try to always get us shorthanded. We got to make sure we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchkov has to stay mental. He can't go freaking keep on getting in the box. He's been horrible with that. But I think we beat them in our series that we played them. It was in overtime. It was both goalies are really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Oh, Carolina is the number one seed in the East. Okay.
Yeah. Carolina is very, very good. Everybody's predicting they win the Stanley Cup. They're not going.
All right, here it is.
They're not going, Coach. We're taking them out. They're not going.
All right. Well,
I'm telling you, they're not going.
I'm not. Look, you know
I'm
me.
not bringing the broom out. I'm not saying it's going to be a sweep, but
But here's the head-to-head. This is what I was. Oops, sorry. Let me close this. This is what I was looking for. Carolina took the season series 3-0-1. So that I think that's why everyone is picking Carolina because of how the season went. So but now and it kind of that's what I was looking for. It kind of justifies how everyone sees. But again, like I said, when you get to the playoffs, it's a different season.
Wait.
It's a different.
Also, people have to understand where Tocchet's coming from. It's his first year as a coach. And you're a coach, so you know this. You're trying to see what kind of players you have. Your players, excuse me, your players are trying to find out what kind of coach you are. You know what I mean? So you guys have a little battle going on. Do you have what it takes to be a coach? You're saying we have what it takes to be players. But what are you going to bring to the table? And the coach has to go, what are you bringing to the table? And you guys have a pissing contest kind of all year long. Now you're here. The players had, wow, let's do it his way. Now they're doing it Tocchet's way because they found out that the coach knows what the fuck he's talking about. And now they trust in the coach. The coach won the players over. They trust the coach. And that's what the coach's job is. I got to win you over to tell you, I know what I'm talking about. I know how to handle this. I know how to win. You know what I mean? That's what I think has to happen. And I think that's what turned it over.
Lou has a concern. He says, my only worry is that the Flyers' energy may be zapped. The Hurricanes swept the first round, and they may get beat, and the Flyers may get beat tonight. So And the energy is the big thing he's referring to. So says, says the Hurricanes.
That's the thing. Like, to me, if the fans bring it, players will follow right behind the fans.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But then again, the Flyers, like when you go play in the Hurricanes arena, Flyers have to shut the fans up.
Mm-hmm.
How you shut the fans up? Put the puck in the net. You
Mm-hmm.
score, and that shuts the fans up because now they're not going to be chanting and get behind their team. You got to
Mm-hmm.
take the fans out of it and get your fans wild. You got to get your fans up there. That's how you get the energy. Like I always say, I call it the fifth gear. That's how you turn up all the heat because you got support by the fans, or you're shutting the other fans up. So you don't hear the Flyers suck. You're like, yeah, well,
Mm-hmm.
guess what? You're losing.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. The fans play a major role in helping your energy. So, as a player, even as a coach, you feed off of that. So, and Vic says the Hurricanes are a fast team, and that the Flyers need to keep up. So,
Yep.
um, you got to go with that.
All the Flyers have to do is help out their goalie, get it out of their zone as fast as they can, and there's going to be some fighting. There's going to be some hard checks, and you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
just get a little physical. Bring out the
Well,
bullies back in the day. Whoop some
exactly.
ass.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting. We'll keep an eye on how things go. You're right, Arco. Still a game in Carolina. When the team has the home court,
Yep.
home ice, you want to steal away from them. So because that really changes the dynamic and it puts pressure on the higher seeded team. Vic says don't turn the puck over. The Hurricanes feed off of that. So that's in any sport, to be honest with you. Turnovers play a big role. So
Yes.
so I mean, whether it's basketball, football, hockey, that's always a big thing. So but we'll keep an eye on that. So but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next subject. Um and it's gonna be a little baseball. Uh so gonna start with the Phillies. Um, Halftime. Will the Phillies turn around their season since the firing of their manager?
They will turn it around a little bit. They're
Mm-hmm.
not making the playoffs, but they'll turn it around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When you lose, when you have played 12 games and out of 12 games you only win one, and you are
Mm-hmm.
the worst team in baseball, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to turn it around where you make the playoffs. It's hard. It's hard to do it because yes, the manager sucked. We got rid of him, but can the players, if Don Mattingly freaking takes this team to the playoffs, that's unheard of because we're ranked the worst team in baseball. You know what I mean? So that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think we got enough to be as. I think we have just enough to keep us where we're probably around 500, but not going to make the playoffs. We're not going to be
Okay.
there yet. We're not there. They're going to have to fix this team.
Well, is it the team or was it the managing? Because it sounds like everyone's saying it's the managing. So if you
It
have
was
the
the manager.
talent,
The,
so if
the,
it
the manager lost the locker room, coach.
okay.
They stopped winning games. They were making errors in the field, just throwing it around like little league,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
little kids, like at 5 or 6 years old, just swinging the ball. Is it going to make it to second base or is it going to go freaking all the way to the outfield, to the center field? It was
Mhm,
bad,
mhm.
but it was players quitting on the manager. That's what happened. Players quit on the manager. Because if you look now, I think the Phillies have just won 4 games in a row.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Because it has over the last 10, they're 5-5. So if they're 4-0, so
Yeah.
before that was 1-5. So that right there telling me that there's a chance. Now I get you when you're saying about the playoffs. I mean, but I mean, if you look at the division, let me go back to the division. Let me see. Regular season, division, and here we go. I mean, the Phillies are only 6 games behind Atlanta when you really break it down.
Right. But we got
So,
spanked by them.
I mean, but again, if your team quit on the coach, on the manager, and now you've won 4 in a row since the change, that speaks to, you know what, there's a possibility. I get what you're saying. You're also not trying to put it out there. You're saying they'll be 500 by the end of the season. It's still a long season. So, and there's a lot that can go on. That's why I was asking, do the Phillies have the talent? Because if they have the talent, then there's that possibility that they can definitely make it. So,
I mean, they had the talent, but you keep on putting the same product out there over and over, coach.
mm-hmm,
You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean?
mm-hmm.
That's just and you're looking for a different result, that's insanity. And now, right, that's the definition of insanity, and that's what the Phillies are doing. They didn't get better at second base. They didn't get better at third. They just keep on putting the same product out there
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
and
Gotcha.
thinking we're going to be better. The only way you can change it, what they're saying is, well, now we got rid of the manager. Now, can this manager actually take us back where we want to be?
But do they have the talent to, first of all, compete in their division overall? I mean, are they better? Well, the Braves, you want to make an argument for or against, but if you look at it, they're, I said 6 games. They're 6 games out of the wild card. You're 9.5 behind the Braves. So, but if you look at
Right,
it, they're 2 games behind the Marlins. So,
right.
and then a game and a half behind the
They just beat the
Nationals.
Marlins last night.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You want to take care of your division first. Can you
Right.
catch the Braves or get close to them? Because then that can probably put you in position for the playoffs.
I think you
Uh,
can, but it's going to be hard
mm-hmm.
just because you lost so many games. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah,
weren't
no, it's
winning. You weren't winning series. We have. I don't think we at home won a series yet
mm,
against anybody.
mm.
I mean, but it's going to be hard. It's not going to be like, okay, we changed the manager. Okay, we're going to the World Series.
I'm not
That ain't
saying
going
World
to happen.
Series. That's why I said playoffs. Can you
Yeah,
get in
even the
position for
playoffs,
the
like
wild?
even going to the playoffs, because you were ranked the worst team in baseball. It's hard to come back from it, even though there's a lot of baseball left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of baseball left. And there's tons, but
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a struggle. Can they do it? They might, but it's just going to be hard.
No, I agree with you. That's going to be the challenge, and that it's going to be hard. But when you look at it, I mean, there's 6 games
Yeah,
behind
you're gonna have to look at it after.
St. Louis. I mean, they're 6 games behind St. Louis for the last wild card. That's why I say it's the division, then the wild card. Then you can see where you are.
Yeah, at the
You know, the
All-Star
last month.
break, you get to find out where you're at. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that's
Mm-hmm.
when you
Mm-hmm.
find out where you're at. But people are like,
Yeah.
they did it too soon. I didn't think they
Mm-hmm.
did it soon enough. I don't think Rob Thompson should have been here this year.
Yeah. No, you've been calling
Now,
for that for the
you
longest while.
knew they had Don Mattingly here. They brought him in for a reason. He
Mm-hmm.
was going to take his place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be hard for the Phillies. It really is going to be hard for the Phillies this year. I don't think they make it in, but I just can hope and wish.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Looking at my Yankees, they're tops in the American League, 21-11, and they're what, a game and a half behind the Braves for the number one overall record. The one thing I will say about the Yankees, it's been about their pitching. Yes, the hitting has been playing some roles that it's been a little up and down, but it's really about that pitching. And you don't have two of your key starters in um, Carlos Rodon and Garrett Cole. So it's like, okay, when you get those guys in, a couple, you may put one or two of the guys who are starting into the bullpen because the bullpen hasn't been that good. But the Yankees, I mean, if they continue to play the way they have been playing lately and don't take anyone lightly, I'm confident, man. I'm really confident that this year they can make some serious noise. Now, come playoff time, you're going to need Judge to step up. You can't do it without Aaron Judge. Because he's always been he's good during the regular season, but the playoffs, it's a different story. He hasn't really stepped up, and we need him to. And they had well, you just put on Giancarlo Stanton on the IR, so that happened. I think this past week. So we'll see. And as long as they don't have any major injuries, other than you know,
Yeah, but
um,
they'll make moves.
yeah, no, they'll make
Fix that.
moves. But I mean, I'm looking at, like I said, I'm looking at the American League. Tampa Bay. I always tell people, I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, Tampa Bay always gives the Yankees problem. They were like, no, this year it's going to be Toronto. I'm like, I don't ever sleep on Tampa Bay. It's always Tampa Bay has those one bad year, and then they come back and they play good baseball, and they're right there behind the Yankees.
I
Like I
think the
was,
Braves. I think the Braves are going to have a little issue. Can they stay healthy?
mm,
And I think that's what's going to happen with the Braves. I think they're going to drop off. Like they're not going to be able to stay healthy, and they'll start going down.
well, if
They're
that's
playing good
the
ball
case,
now, right now, yeah. But I think they're gonna the healthiness of the Braves, I think will linger again like it did last year.
yeah. I mean, the Dodgers don't look like they're playing, to their normal standards. But again, it's still early. Like Arku said earlier, it's early. It is, and do I expect the Dodgers to be there in the end? Yes. Vic says the Phillies will make the playoffs, so he's confident they will.
I don't see that happening.
So,
All right.
what is it that the Phillies need in terms of players? What do they need to at least be in contention for the playoffs?
Well, they need a left fielder.
Mm-hmm.
They need a second baseman,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say a third baseman. Home ain't been cutting it. That's not been cutting it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and you need a left fielder.
Hmm.
But that's what I think the Phillies need, and that's the only way I think I see the Phillies making the playoffs. If you're gonna tell me I'm getting that, I'm with you. Well, that could fix our problems, but that's our problems that we have. Like, here's a good one, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Our best hitter is a rookie, and he was batting ninth. I don't know
What?
how. Why would you? How come you don't change the lineup and move Crawford in top of the lineup?
Hmm.
I don't get that.
Let's see here. I'm trying to pull up the stats right now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let me share that with you right here. Come on, share screen. All right, here you go. So Schwarber's at 216. Harper's at 263. It says Brandon Marshall is at 304. Oh, he hasn't 4 home runs. How many at bats? He has 102 at bats. He's at 304. That's your left
Yeah,
fielder.
but he just got hurt.
Okay. Is he out for the season or is that just a
No,
temporary
he
thing?
just something. Yes, the Marlins they something with his arm and they pulled it or something. So he got hurt.
Yeah, Stout, your second baseman, is at 211. Brom. Now, who was the rookie that you were talking about? Crawford. All right, second center fielder.
Center fielder.
93 at bats. He has 8 runs, 25 hits, 2 doubles, 6 doubles, 2 triples, but he has no home runs and 6 ribbies.
Right.
Hmm.
So what he is you should be batting him first. Because why?
Gotcha.
He gets on the bag. He gets on the base. You got your base runner. He is automatic base running. He's already on the bag. He gets you on the bag. Then you move him over. Then you move him over. That's small ball.
Yeah, but
But they don't do that.
I think I see why they put him on the back end. He only has 8 walks and 19 strikeouts. That's not good, bro.
But it's because, like, when he's hot, you should be moving him up. They don't do it.
I got you.
I mean, you got Garcia, and Garcia's not been lighting it up either.
Yeah, he's at 241 average, 116 at bats, 10 runs, 28 hits. How many home runs? 3 home runs, 11 balls, and 33 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Schwarber's been striking out a lot, but he gets 24 walks, so he's getting on base, but he has 45 strikeouts. I remember you said it too. But he has 11 home runs, bro. Remember you were talking about,
Yeah. I said he wasn't going to get
60.
I said he wasn't getting 60.
I
said he wasn't getting 60. He got 11 already.
There is some talent there. And I get where you're coming from, but maybe the managerial change will spark something for them. So, do you need a catcher? I can trade you one. Oh, he said,
I'm good. I got JT Realmuto when he gets back. He's going to get healthy. And that's another thing. People are mad about JT Realmuto. Oh, he's not hitting. I ain't got him to hit. I got him to be a catcher and know how to deal with my goddamn pitchers. How do you not understand that that's what catchers do? They are dealing with the mind fuck of a goddamn pitcher that ain't even mindset right. And he has to calm them down. That's what my guy does. My guy picks people off at second and calms down the pitcher. Handles his idiotic shit.
Excuse me.
Jelly cakes.
Sorry. Yeah, what's up, Chad, man? Appreciate you. Let me just see something. What the heck is going on here? Update. It is updated. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I hope the Phillies make the playoffs, but I just don't see it. When you have turmoil like this, it's hard to come back out of it. Fucking Kimball. My wife, this is halftime, is such a freaking tries to push my button. Helps them out, coach. He just helps them out. Let's fuck with halftime.
Yo, I saw that. That's hilarious. I was like, I had to pick on that one. So I get you. We know you don't like Craig Campbell. So, but yeah, I mean, people love to troll. What do you
Yeah.
expect? So,
Yeah, my wife starts it all though. That's the problem.
where's Craig Kimball anyway? Who knows?
He's with the Mets.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe that's why they're struggling.
He's horrible, man. Yeah, he's with the
um.
Mets. And that's another thing. Our closer, he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's still early, so we'll see. I mean, you made the change. Why? Why do what you call it from Boston said no? I mean, I know he said he wants to um spend time with his family after getting canned by Boston, but I mean, is he that bad of a manager? Or
No. Didn't he just win a World Series with them
yeah, that's what I
a
thought.
couple of years ago?
Yeah, so maybe you guys are holding your spot, or you better hope you better hope the Mets don't open up.
Maybe maybe the Phillies will get him next year. I don't know. That's because that's what the Phillies want. The Phillies wanted the guy that the Red Sox just got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what the Phillies are trying to do. But
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
We'll see. I mean, right now, like I said, it's still early. Heck, the Yankees could spin out and end up in the toilet. So, hopefully they won't. And I do think you guys are going to turn it around. I'm going to be honest. I do think, and I understand your pessimism.
Around, I just don't think it's going to be enough to turn it around.
But the way the league has been going right now, it's not. You have it. You see, to me, it's about getting to the wild card. That's really what it is with you guys.
Right.
If you can guys get to the wild card, then it's a whole new series. I mean, a new season, and anything can happen. But that's why I'm like, it's still early. We'll see. Start of the season, you guys had the talent. So, and like you said, it's about the managing, guys. You said he lost the locker room.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this energizes the locker room and turns it around. So,
Worst team in baseball.
you're
Gonna be
not.
hard
The
to
Mets
match.
are. The Mets are.
No.
They can do this.
The Phillies, because the Phillies just won 4 in a row. That's why the Mets are behind. Just pulled away, but it was the damn Phillies.
No,
This freaking thing's on a timer, and it's driving me crazy.
what your
My light on a time. Oh, these lights are on a timer. I just got new lights, and they're on a timer. It's driving me crazy. I don't know how to take them off a timer.
Mrs. Halftime will do it for you.
I know. She feels better. She's sleeping right now.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I can't do shit. That's right, Coach. I don't do a goddamn thing. I just talk sports.
Hey, that's still something. That's a lot right there in itself. So, but hey, I know a couple people wanted to talk about this, so let's get right into it, because this is what's been going on right now. And Sixers, I'm going to start with the Sixers. It's a lot, and it's a big one tonight.
It's huge. One. Tonight's
exactly.
Huge. I can't believe the Sixers tied the series up. I just can't believe it.
What did I tell you before? Y'all kept telling me, no,
because,
Coach.
Dude, when you watch a team beat you by 40, you want to put your head through the goddamn wall.
But it's during the regular season.
When you lose to Boston, when we lost to Boston, and when we lose Boston by 30, the first game, it's like, oh my God, let me put my head through the wall right now. It's over. It happens because you watch it, how bad games, they get blown out. And it's like, oh my God, here it goes.
Halftime. We grew up, remember back in the days when we were younger, with the Celtics and the Lakers in the championship. And sometimes you see a team, one of them lose by 30 and turn around and come the next game and win, or win the series. It happens. I get it. But as fans, I get as
See, back
fans,
in the
we.
day, they played defense.
But look, I get it. Fans, we are emotional. But I told y'all, I said, if you guys are healthy, you actually have one of the most talented teams in the league. You really do. When you look at Maxey, VJ, Paul George, and Bede right there alone as starters, and what's his name, Aubrey. Yo, that's a quality five right there. Injuries has been your biggest thing. I will agree with you. But in terms of talent, like right there, Paul George and Aubrey match up with what Boston has with Tatum and Brown. You match up. And then if you go to the guards with Pritchard and Derek White versus Maxey and VJ, and VJ's a rookie, but in terms of talent, now I'll take that. And the X factor is Embiid. And then you have Grimes off the bench. You have what's his name? Drummond at the center. You have two big beasts of the centers. Now, Drummond is not a defensive guy. I get it,
Right.
but you have the talent to compete with most, if not everyone in the East. I'm sorry, everyone in the East. It would not surprise me if y'all made it to the NBA Finals. It wouldn't,
Really.
So I said that to y'all before, and y'all were looking at me like, Coach, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
Because we watched us get fucking our ass whooped by 40 fucking points.
what's up, Nick? Thanks for being here, man.
Good Nick.
And appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to be back. Don't beat up my face. I mean, the swelling though is down. Trust me. Like this was boom out there. So, but
Yeah.
getting back to the Sixers.
I see the pictures. He was fucked up. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So, but that's why I'm like, yo, this team. And I'm talking as a Knicks fan, and y'all just saw what the Knicks just did. But facing the Sixers concerns me, especially with Embiid. He's the X factor. He really
Embiid's
is.
a game time decision, and so is Paul George.
And what did I just say? Injuries is the issue. Now, if you're talking to injuries, okay, be concerned. But if you're talking about just on the court, everyone is there. I'm sorry, y'all have a chance.
Yeah, but that's the problem. We haven't had it all year. We haven't had it.
No,
Embiid's been out more this year than he played.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's rough. Hey, don't get me wrong. How they been playing Boston? God damn, where's that defense been?
Mm-hmm.
How come you ain't been in their face the whole entire time? Now you're in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow. But they're playing a different game.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they're playing different because they're playing the defense that they're playing. They're up in their face. When we were down and Boston was winning, every game that they won, wide open threes.
Mm-hmm.
When Boston lives or die by the three. So why are you letting them hit the three? Why don't you get in their face? Why don't you get under their skin? Why don't you rattle their change? However you want to say it. Get under get on their nerves.
Nick, if you guys are healthy, yes. Yes. Now I will say I don't know the full length of your bench. I just know Grimes and Drummond. Halftime, you have to help me in terms of who else is on your bench that it plays a vital role. I mean, how big do you go? 7, 8? Mm-hmm.
Bona.
Okay.
Our Grimes. Listen, our bench is very weak. It's like Grimes, Bona,
and Drummond.
Who else? It's our bench is very weak.
Now that's where
we got Walker. Walker can hit the three, but
Now the Knicks, they've been using their bench a lot more, because once you get past that, the starting five. You have Deuce, you have Jose Alvarado, you have what's his name who just came over from Utah? Yeah, Mitchell Robinson. Um, I think they go 9 deep, but you can go 10 deep with the Knicks. So that's a difference. I understand that. But in terms of starting five, I mean, Cat and Embiid, Cat right now has been playing a lot better, especially as a facilitator. So that changes how he plays the game. But he can score with Drummond. I mean, with Embiid, he can. Now Embiid is better defensively, even though Cat has played better defensively. Embiid, yes, injuries have slowed him down, but he's still a respected defensive player. Your wings match up with the Knicks wings, whether it's um Bridges or OG and um um Paul George and Oubre. You know, and then we have Josh Hart and Brunson versus VJ and Maxey. So, you know, if you want to say the edge is to Philly because of VJ and Josh, I'll give you that. So but do you have a chance? Yes, very much so.
So you think the Sixers beat Boston tonight?
It can go either way. Now, Boston, see, the thing is,
somebody got to win. I know somebody got to win.
No,
who do you really think?
Issue, the thing is, because you just said Embiid is a game time decision. If Embiid plays and he plays like he's been playing, I give y'all a great chance of beating Boston. Boston doesn't have anything down low. They don't have any quality low post men. They don't. And if you're smart and you kick it into you put Embiid down low, you kick it into him, force their defense to collapse, and then you can kick it outside. You can play pick and roll with him and Maxey, you know, pick and pop, do things like that. So Boston can be beat, you know. So you have the edge factor there. So yeah, Cat is playing better. Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker, Traden Watford, they're all mediocre. Barlow has not been good. Okay, so Nick, you know, the point. So yes, Clarkson, thank you, Arco. That's what I was talking about. You know, there is a shot. It definitely is a shot, and you know, it's going to be a good game. I really do.
I got the Sixers beating Boston.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I got them beating Boston. I think it's going to be
where's Mitch at?
I said 115 to 110.
Where's Mitch Kofsky?
No, wait. 115 to 105.
I'm calling out Mitch Kofsky. Where are you at, Mitch? Because you made the bold statement earlier tonight. You know, I mean, earlier today. You know, I mean, whoever wins this game basically is going to blow past the Knicks. That's pretty much what you said. You didn't say it though in those words, but that's how you said. That's how you meant it. So, so I mean, where's Mitch at? He normally taps in and at least says hi. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Mitch.
He's scared.
I'm calling you out, Mitch. You know, because I will say this: after seeing what the Knicks just did to Atlanta, I will say this. You know, and I get everyone
60 on them.
We beat them by 51, but we were up by 61 points at one point. And we literally called off the dub. I will say this. This is one thing as a coach that I always preach to my players. Don't ever take your foot off of their necks. You keep going.
Right. I always say that.
In today's game, no. You keep going. You demoralize them. If you're in their stadium, you make their fans quit on them, walk out of the stadium. It changes the whole dynamic. Now, I will say this. As a competitor, I see a game like that and I know I'm playing them. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. Because guess what's this going to do? As a player, competitor, coach, that means you're going to step your game up.
Right.
And that's the thing. The Knicks now, they showed the whole leagues. They can play at an elite level. They can defend at an elite level. Well, guess what now? It has to be consistent. You can't play roller coaster. You know, Arco, I understand. As if you're not a Knicks fan, yeah, you turn the game off. So, but yeah, the Knicks have to continue to play like that. but that's good for basketball because guess what? Teams now know they gotta step up. Halftime. Tell coach about the 18-wheeler, though,
Oh,
that you thought that you had that are a problem for us. Hmm?
we leave people wide open for the three.
Oh,
Where I could say I could park an 18-wheeler. I could park an 18-wheeler between them guys. I mean, that's
yeah.
our defense. But I mean, that's our
Hmm.
defense. I
Hmm.
can't help that shit. The
Oh,
wide open three. There's nobody in sight. Nobody. You can literally
well,
put an 18-wheeler in there.
is it because of ball rotation? I mean,
No,
is it
it's
pick?
just they try to go underneath the basket, wanting the rebound.
Mm,
Instead
mm,
of them hitting so they let them try to shoot the three. If it bounces, they want the rebound. So
mhm,
everybody
mhm.
swarms underneath the basket instead of getting in people's faces.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
you know what? There
Ah,
you go,
there's
Mitch.
Mitch.
You got the link. Get up here on on this platform right now. Come on, bro. Come on, come on, Mitch. Because now I got you. Because you made the statement earlier this morning about Boston or Philly basically are just gonna move on to the championship. You know, they can make it
Gonna
to
move on
the
up.
yeah. You know, so you basically are
Yeah.
saying it's gonna be a I don't want to say a cakewalk, but it's gonna be
I don't know.
maybe.
I thought I heard him say they're gonna bring out the broom
Where you at, Mitch?
on
Come on,
the
bro.
Knicks.
Come on, bro.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard him say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But nah, I mean, whoever the Knicks face, it's going to be an all out war. I really believe that. Whichever team, I do think it's going 7 games. Whichever team they face, it's that close between all three teams to me. You know, the Knicks are going to force you now. I mean, either team's going to say, "Look, we don't want to get beat. We don't want to get annihilated like Atlanta." Because you can say the Knicks now and OG is playing very well. That's our X factor because he can play defense very well, but now he's playing well offensively. So and then Jose Alvarado, I said he's like how you get those gnats that are always around you and they're just
Mhm.
like you're swatting away and they
Yep.
still are there. That's him. That's Jose Alvarado, man.
He's just a gnat. He won't go
Yes.
away.
Exactly. He's right there and he won't go away. And they bug you, especially when sometimes after you inbound, he hides in the corner and he'll come running up right from behind you and steal the ball. So, I mean, even
Don't pay
Bridges for
attention to that. Like
yeah,
if
you
somebody
gotta
goes behind us, we don't pay attention that somebody's behind us going to steal the ball.
and that's one of his specialty. He will come
We
from behind and steal the ball if you're not paying attention. So, because
we
he's a
don't pay
little
attention. We don't pay attention like that. They will. People do steal our lunch money on that one.
exact, and that's the thing about the Knicks. So whoever they play, whether it's Boston, whether it's Philly, it's going 7 games. I'm telling you that now. I really think it's going to be a war. I mean Boston. Look, let's be real. With Brown and Tatum, those two carry that team, and Pritchard. He's another little net type of a player, but now he can score offensively consistently. He can get those buckets. So, um, what does he say? What did he say? I can't come on now, but I don't trust the Cavs with Harden. Knicks and Sixers can beat the Raptors. Oh yes, no, but I'm talking about. You said the Sixers or Boston
Lost.
basically are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. So you just blew. You didn't even give the Knicks a chance. You
You
didn't
just
say
kicked
one
the
of these
Knicks in
three.
the nuts. What he said.
Yeah, so it's like,
You just told me, Coach, your friggin' Knicks don't mean shit.
yeah. So yeah, so look, um, all I gotta
Anyway,
say is
fine.
Atlanta really did wake up the Knicks. I mean, and I said it earlier. The Knicks lost 2 games. Both games were by 1 point apiece, and the Knicks did not play well. They didn't. And think about it. You didn't play well, and you lost by 1 point. I'm gonna be real. If the Knicks played all the games like they played this last game, they would have swept them. He said, I said, if the Sixers beat the Celtics, Nixon. No, you said the Celtics and the Sixers. That's why I'm getting on you, bro, because you said this. Now, maybe it was a slip of the tongue. I'll give you that. But you said the Celtics or the Sixers are going to the finals. That's what you said. So, look, we know who Stephen A is, man. Stephen A. People get all upset about Stephen A. Stephen A. is about that money, man. If y'all haven't caught on,
That's all he cares about is the money.
He puts on he's an actor.
Yeah.
He knows that. Look, from everything that he's done from a journalist up until this point, and he's getting paid how much? He got $100 million for 5 years.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
He getting paid. He getting like $20 million a year.
If ESPN told you they're going to pay you $20 million a year to act like Stephen A., don't tell me you wouldn't do it, Arku, because I know my big fat ass would be
like that. I'd do it for $20 million.
Exactly. That's look. I've a lot of people have said what you see with Stephen A. is not who he is off the camera. He's not. He's very quiet. He's very reserved.
Yep.
And he's but you know what? He knows he's a capitalist. He tells you he's about his money, and I'm not mad at him. And look, we all would do the same thing. $20 million a year, $100 million, sign me up. But I get it. People just hate it. It aggravates them. But you know what? All right. Sometimes I go on. I like to see
his job.
I see his interaction.
That's when everybody loves it. The way he acts against the Knicks or the Dallas Cowboys, and he gets everybody's all friggin' panties in a bunch.
Look, you know what cracks me up? Everyone blames Stephen A., but I don't hear anybody saying anything about Spike Lee. Look what Spike Lee. He was out there imitating OG to the down the lane to the finger roll with the basket. Where and I know Spike gets on people's nerves. He's just not on the camera on a regular basis.
Yeah,
but
Spike Lee get out of hand.
All Knicks fans, we all do. Because when we win, you see how they go to the camera, to the fans, and everyone's going crazy and screaming and hollering. And you're just like, yo, it's the first round. Now, I will admit, I didn't act like that, with the first round. Get me to the NBA Finals. I'm sorry. Y'all might see me acting like that. I'm like, I don't care who it is. And I've said, if the Knicks play like they played that last game against the Hawks, I'm sorry, Arku, you better be concerned with OKC, San Antonio. I don't want to hear it when we already took care of their ass in the cup, in the championship cup. We beat them there, so we're going to be confident. But it comes down to and think about it. That last game, Jalen Brunson wasn't even a factor. Think about that. Brunson wasn't a factor. He scored 17 points. He was all right. Karl-Anthony Towns got a triple-double, but he scored 12 points. Who led the team in scoring? OG and Mikal Bridges. Bridges, who everyone always criticizes. But the biggest thing was their defense. They played a hell of
the Sixers had and traded him away.
They drafted, and then they traded him to Phoenix on draft day, yes. He was ecstatic because he's from Philly.
Excited to be a Sixer.
Yep, and he went to Villanova and
worked for the Sixers.
Exactly.
People forget his mom worked for the Sixers.
Yep.
To get rid of him and look at him.
He went to Phoenix, then to the Nets, and now the Knicks. And I get why people get on him with the Knicks because the Knicks gave up so much, but I keep saying the same thing. The Nets weren't going to trade just for a normal. They wanted something more. And the Knicks were like, all right, we'll do what we got to do. I know you are, Arthur. I'm teasing with you, bro. Coach, if the Pistons lose to the Magic, door. No, I'm going to say this point blank. Even if the Pistons are there, the way the Knicks are playing, they're playing with a high level of physicality, too. Like this is not like it's just like last year. Boston would beat the Knicks during the regular season. What happens came the playoff time? The Knicks took care of Boston.
Word.
The playoffs
Sixers are
is
gonna win tonight, so you guys are gonna be chump cake.
the playoffs is a whole new ball game.
Always.
That's why you know what people make they did this during the regular season. Yes, there's some level of okay, but you can see, and that's why I'm looking at the Knicks now. I'm like, I even wondered. I'm like, did they kind of cruise during the regular season, and now they're trying to turn it on? Because remember, Atlanta went up 2-1 on them
Yep.
with those 1-point wins. But the Knicks said, "Oh no, we're playing defense." And the last 3 games, they took care of business. Yeah, so
even Eddie Smith was crying. Oh my God, the Hogs are beating us.
Look, I think it was. Oh no, it's Blaze says it. You know, I'll get on here and I'll say the Knicks suck and I'll do all this and that. And Blaze, you know, he says it. He's like, coach is just doing reverse psychology. Hello, I'm a dad. You know what? I raised 3 kids. You know, sometimes reverse psychology works.
Yep.
It really does.
It does. It works.
It works.
You can sit there and say, my team sucks, and then they start winning.
As a coach, if I brought my players on here, they will tell you. Coach used to come into meetings and he would say, "Yo, this team, they're gonna come out here and annihilate us, man. They're gonna annihilate us," and that would get them pissed off. And what do?
Yeah.
They go out and they produce. I remember our first season with the Terminators. We went undefeated, and it was just like, and all of our coaches, we were just on the same mindset. We're just gonna tell you guys you suck. We were beating teams in average during the regular season of 55 points. The number 1 team who we traveled to in the championship, we were beating them 42-0, and they had to stop the game in the 3rd quarter because that team wanted to fight because we were literally kicking their ass, and we were all game on the sideline. There goes this player, you know, he's going to dominate such and such. He's going to dominate, and our guys got pissed off, man. Reverse psychology works. I'm sorry, it does.
It does work.
Thank you, Arthur.
You got your kids. When you got kids, you know it works.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I remember when I was in college, the first time I'm playing, I called home. My dad said, "You ready to quit? You ready to come home?" That pissed me off, man. That pissed me off. That first game, my dad came and then he said, "I'm not coming to any more games because I didn't start." Man, do you know I ended up taking a senior starting job, got my varsity letter. I was an all freshman. Man, come on, man. Reverse psychology works. Oh, yes.
Oh,
it damn sure works. I see your lights keep going out.
I'm going to freaking lose my shit. I got to figure this shit out. You're
going to go on a Philly rant? Because
you're going to rant about a goddamn freaking
timer.
What a timer.
Yeah, really.
Just sit here, dude. I got my hands over here and the fucking thing just took over on me.
Yeah, I feel you. I think getting back to the game, tonight's going to be a big one. It really is. Detroit
this means a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Friggin' Sixers can pull this one off.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, it's going to be a big thing. So, but you know what? Y'all going to be playing with a lot of confidence too. So
the thing is, now I'm worried about if PG and Embiid are going to be in. And they're not going to tell you until game time. So,
and I think they're going to play. So it forces Boston also to. Well, if they don't play,
Tatum for Boston's a game time decision.
Reverse psychology. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play?
Yeah.
It's the Willis. Yeah. Remember, it's the Knicks.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys just said PG and Embiid might not play. It's a game time decision. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to throw here. Our guy's not going to be. He's going to be a game time decision.
Exactly. And that really works. So I like it, man. I like it. The strategy. And I hope I'll say this as a Knicks fan. I hope you two beat up on each other, beat up, and it's just like blow for blow because y'all got to play Monday
Yeah,
now.
I know. See, this is what Coach wants. Coach wants us in Boston and the Sixers. He wants them both to beat each other up, wear each other out, and then when you got to play the Knicks, it's smooth sailing because your ass is whooped and they're over there relaxing, drinking margaritas right now.
I'm not gonna say smooth
and looking at
sailing, but
margaritas.
it's going to take some of the steam out of the fight. That's what I'm looking for. No, it's not smooth sailing, but take some of that steam out. So,
I mean,
yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. Like, and you're right. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna be worn out, and you're gonna be all right. We're relaxing over here. Yeah. Whatever dumb friggin' team wants to come and play us.
I don't think the Knicks are relaxed now, but I think they're taking their notes. They're going to watch the game and they're going to be well prepared. But yes, they're going to be rested, not relaxed. They're going to be rested,
Mhm.
and
They're
that's the
relaxing
thing.
tonight.
Now, I will say this: if the Knicks swept Atlanta, that would worry me a whole lot more than anything. I like the fact we went to 6 games.
Yes.
You guys are going to 7. You just got one extra game, so there's a difference. But if we
I
went 4
understand what you
games,
mean, because if you swept them, you're too tired.
no, we're sitting too long, and then
You're
you get
sitting for too
rusty,
long. So you guys are tired. You're not ready. You're not amped up no more.
and you're rusty. That's the
Yep.
whole thing. Yeah. The game starts on Monday, so I mean, look,
One thing is, why has it got to be Flyers and Sixers tonight? Why can't they have one on Sunday?
'cause they're not
Like the
thinking
Flyers
about
should
that.
start Sunday.
The leagues are not leagues are not talking to each other to sit here and do that just
God
for
damn it!
Philly.
Why? You got
No.
2 games on. Why? So ESPN, all these motherfuckers, they're like, oh look, boom, which one's gonna watch what? And it's all about like the stats. They want to know what's more important, hockey or is it basketball? So we'll
No,
put it
they
on
just
together real close, see who's gonna watch what.
they're not looking at it like that. They're just worried about their respective league.
Oh shit. Pain in my ass.
Arku's telling you to watch both of them.
I am. I'm gonna try to stream both, but you know how hard it is, Arco, to watch both games and stream them both.
Yeah, they're not playing at the same time, so
One's at 7:30 and one's at 8.
7:30 and 8.
Yeah.
What game are you doing at 4:10?
The Phillies. Yeah, it's an all-dayer. Yeah, the Phillies.
Got you.
So it's the Phillies, and after that, I get a little freaking drinking and back to streaming. Because Halftime's laughing on her ass off. He goes, Halftime's so tired. He's just so tired. I didn't
Just
get
gonna
home
fall
till like
asleep on
9.
the
I
screen.
didn't get home till like 9:30 last night.
Oh, damn, bro.
From work.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You're not streaming anything tomorrow, so
I think I am. I don't know though. Gotta find out.
the heck is the Phillies. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. And Nick says this is why Halftime is the GOAT.
I'm not the GOAT.
He's talking about as a
I
streamer.
wish I was.
He's talking about as a streamer. That's why you're the GOAT.
I just keep on doing. I just put the work in, man.
Hey, he's a fan of sports, man. That's really what it boils
Put the
down.
work in.
He says, I watched the Rangers while watching the playoffs. Well, in today's day and age, yeah, you can do that. Between your computer, your phone, your TV, I mean,
Yeah,
tablets.
I got an iPad, and then I'll be on the computer
Okay.
watching.
You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a treat because I showed it to halftime earlier. Let me first of all let me make sure I turn off the volume because I don't want to get tagged. But you got now. This is the ultimate way to watch sport. You're going to see. This is the true man cave. If you have, and this is on Twitter for those of you who that's where it is. So it says the best man cave ever, and it costs $17,000. So can I? Oh, I think I can play it. Yeah, it's off of Twitter. So
All right.
let me see. There it is. Okay.
Y'all cannot tell me this ain't the best man cave of all time. This is what y'all been asking me for. Y'all wanted to see it.
Look at that. Look at that alcohol. Got a gun cabinet, but the gun cabinet moves.
Mm-hmm. Look at this man.
This is my first time back since the install. The TV wall right here is 465s. I saw all this.
465.
Damn. If I need to borrow some money, I know where to go. Now, this wall over here, we got the
There's 5 of them right there.
In this
98 in the middle, he added
455s and the 98.
Cowboys helmets. I don't know why he bought that. If y'all didn't see the 3-part series on us putting this room together, definitely go check that out. Now, my favorite part.
I can deal without the cowboy shit.
Yeah. That right there.
That right there.
Yes.
It's going to come with an HDMI.
Yes.
That puts the game on all 4.
This is a man cave.
We just did all the TVs. And
this is a man cave.
Hey, you ain't lying.
But of course, you customize it to your own team. But now that's a couch.
Was comfortable.
Yes. And then watch like that, man. That's what I said today, man. You can watch all the sports that you want with this.
To have all this going on at the same time, it was
that's somebody has a gambling problem. I'm just gonna say it.
Nah, they got money.
If you really would gamble on sports, that's the place to have it because you can just say boom, 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 boom. Every TV on with it.
Yes.
Wherever you bet on.
Exactly.
14 o'clock. Now on the way out, I got a mirrored door, which is cool.
You know what's missing? A projector.
Lights up there, which
yes,
having a big projector on there.
I even like the barrel lights.
Yeah, the barrel lights.
Little collage, little picture. Then on this other side, you got another real barrel, and you got
like the barrel with all the alcohol in it too.
But here's the bet. To me, this is the best part of this whole man cave too. Outside of what's inside.
I want something like this.
Look at this. You wouldn't even imagine that.
I'm ready. I'm finna get me
you wouldn't even imagine that's a friggin' door.
Yes. Now that
yes, that's for me.
That's a man cave. That's a man cave, man. Man, if I had a man cave like that, you probably wouldn't get me out. You'd be like, just give me my computer, my laptop. I'm in here. I'm good, man.
I'll probably never get out of it.
We need to get halftime goat horns to wear while he streams. Okay, get you some goat horns. But I seen the door. You've seen doors like that, man. But have you seen a man cave like that? The TV, the jumbo. I mean, that's like when you go to the stadium, you know, where they have the overhead jumbotron right there. You like
you just said they're 35 in the ceiling. They're 435.
435. Yep.
Dude, that is like your computer screen.
Yes.
That is huge.
And then you had the 455s and the 90. Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. That
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Give me something like that, you couldn't get me out of the goddamn house. I'd be like, yeah, I done quit my job.
Nope, exactly, man. That's where, you know what? Yeah, I could be sitting on the couch, stream, give me a laptop, I'll do streaming, and we're watching the game. You know, now halftime. I don't
care what y'all do.
Hey, halftime, you can actually now stream multiple games at the same time with that.
Yeah, and I can sit there and freaking really stream mode.
Now you don't have to complain. Oh, I wish they would. Nope. You know,
I got fucking 12 right now. I'm good.
Yep.
You want me to watch it?
Yep, exactly. So, you know, then you would at Nick, then he would really be the GOAT because then he could do multiple at the same time. Heck, he could do 3 games at one time or 4 games at one time. So there you go. So man, but yeah, that's a man cave.
Yeah,
That's all right. So but yeah, there we go. We've talked about the NBA, some good talks. Before we get into the NFL, I'm gonna hit y'all with the question of the day. And it's a simple one. It's a simple one, real simple. Fries or chips, because it's some people call what we call French fries, they call them chips. So what do you call them? I mean, don't forget you have all the different like halftime now. We were talking about this. We were like, you got the stay fries, the wedges, the curly fries,
yeah.
the crinkly fries, the straight, but some people from England, they call them chips. Internationally, they call them
If
chips.
you're having fish, what do you call them? Fish and chips.
Exactly, fish and chips. So heck, I used tell me you grew up on Arthur Treacher's fish and chips,
I grew up on fish.
but I'm talking about Arthur Treacher's. Did you have that company down in South Jersey?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, because oh my God, they used to give you the fish, the nice fresh battered fish with the fries, and then they would give you this like this wine vinaigrette. Oh
Right.
my gosh. Oh
I
my
used to
God.
have flounder. I love a flounder with some
Mm-hmm.
chips. And like
Mm-hmm.
I said, when you get fish and chips, it's French fries and flounder.
But did you also get the
Oh
circle?
man.
Did you get the circle fried chips? That was circular?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there you go, man.
You get the
That
circle fucking chip. Yes. And then, but yes, would you get a little bit of taco sauce?
yes.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
I
Well,
don't know now. My wife don't like fish, and kids don't like fish. The only fish I like though is flounder.
so I
Flounder, catfish. I love me a catfish though. Fried
bro,
catfish.
look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, fried,
My number my two
fried
number
catfish.
one fishes have to be for me is trout and red snapper. You give me those, but I get you with the flounder. I'm not gonna lie, in catfish, yes. When you're frying them, yes, those are, you know,
You know, so
yeah.
a good fish. Trout.
Who?
Trout.
Yeah, yeah. The
Like
rainbow
rainbow
trout.
trout and
Yes,
trout is
yes,
a good fish.
yes.
Oh, I
He
love
says
fish, Nick.
Mitch gets fish and chips from Ponzio. So I've never heard of Ponzio's. Is that in South Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Question: Do y'all
Nick,
think
I like fish. Nick, I love fish.
they not good? Any reason?
I'll eat some fish. I don't like shark. Shark, I don't like shark. Shark tastes too rubbery.
Sometimes it's the shark that I had is like really tough,
Yes. Like
so it's
rubbery
like
though, right? Like the one I
yeah,
had was like rubbery. I mean,
no, it was just really tough. It was more it wasn't flaky. That's the whole thing.
I
Um,
like
Mike
tuna.
Mike Brown, with Damon, I'm gonna say this: Mike Brown will change his reputation from this year if he does well in the playoffs. That's really what it boils down to. Because remember, the Knicks fired Tibbs when they made it the Eastern Conference Final. He has to go. He has to make the NBA Finals. If he makes the NBA Finals, then what you're going to say is during the regular season, in a sense, he cruised, but he turned it up in the playoffs. So that's really what it goes back to. So that's that's my thought on Mike Brown. Isn't good at making rotation. He did a good job doing rotation because he's going 9, 10 deep. So that was an argument about Tibbs. So well, that's what I'm gonna ask you. Nick says, yeah, that timer is it's real short. It's like
Huh?
there's only 5, 10 minutes with
I
the
don't know. It's
timer.
driving me crazy, man. I gotta figure this out.
Do you like McDonald's fries?
Do I like McDonald's French fries? Yeah.
Well, what are the best fries? Is it McDonald's? Is it Wendy's? Or do you have another company?
No, I like McDonald's French fries, but I like Burger King's burger.
Well, yeah, that's a given. Well,
You
I
know
will
what I
say
mean?
this: in terms of fries, my number one is actually Checkers. It's something about their
Oh,
fries.
Checkers are good French fries.
Yes, it,
Yes.
it's. I know it's the seasoning, what they put on there, and that's the thing. So now I will say this: on if you have never tried it, if you like Old Bay, try Old Bay on some fries.
Yes.
Oh,
Obey fries are really good.
yes,
I
man.
like a good. If you want to know what kind of French fries I really do like, steak fries.
Steak fries, yeah.
Love me a good steak. I love good steak fries.
Do you
I'm
like
big on
them?
the steak fries. The
Do you
big
like them?
fry, the thick fry.
Do you like them more crispy, or do you like them that they're just what they're
No, I
soft?
like them crispy. Gotta have a little crunch to it.
Yeah, see, and that's how I am. It's like my kids sometimes they'll always sit like I used to bring McDonald's fries home, and I would put them actually in and I would cook them. I would recook them, and I would get them nice and crispy. I like the
Gotta
crunch
have a
with
little
them.
crunch to it.
Yes,
I
it's
don't like a mush. I like the
no, and that's how I am. Like with steak fries, I'm the same way. I always tell them extra. Like if I know you don't like Chinese fries, I get it.
What is
You
that?
know, I know you don't like Chinese fries.
Yeah, I don't like
So
Chinese. I don't
but
like Chinese. Don't, but you know how the Chinese fries go in the same thing as like when they put their chicken and you
yes,
get that yellow
yeah, I know.
that yellow seasoning on it.
Yeah.
It tastes weird.
See, here's what I always tell them. I always tell them extra, 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 extra well done. And
Right.
I emphasize that. I'm like extra, 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 extra well done. And they always send it and it's like it's not golden brown. It's a little bit darker. But and when I see that, I'm just like I'm in heaven. Now I'll put some ketchup on it, or I'll have some dipping sauce sometimes, depends on my mood. But just give me my seasoning on that and I'm in heaven. That's where my chips and my fries. So now when I do chips, I will say I do think of fish. But when I think of fries,
What's your best fish that you like?
red
Mine,
snapper,
like I said, mine's flounder.
flounder. I'm red snapper or I'm trout.
I like trout. Trout's good.
Yeah. So, and
Rainbow trout's good. I like a good that tastes good.
red
Like
snapper,
there's some fish that is like I always say it's weird, but it's too fishy. You know, you like, but it's just they got a weird taste to it. But some fish have a weird taste to it. Flounder, you don't taste it. Trout, you don't really taste it. Snapper is pretty good. Snapper,
yeah.
I did that a couple times. Snapper soup and shit.
Red
But
snapper, yeah, the red snapper is good. It has nice flakiness to it, but that's also because with my grandmother, coming from the Caribbean, the way she cooked it, it was just oh my gosh,
yeah,
it was almost like butter sometimes the way you eat it. But yeah, some fishes it's just snapper. I mean, not snapper. Uh, catfish has to be fried for me. I
yeah,
can't eat it.
fried.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't eat it. Just bake
no, it
it.
has to be
No,
fried.
it has to be fried. That's why sometimes it's different. You know,
My dad used
whiting
to make
is
it like a popcorn chicken.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like a round little ball.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them boys in your mouth while you're fishing.
Fish
Mm,
poppers. That's all it is. It's just fish poppers. But
yep.
um, you know, um, not tilapia. Whiting is okay. My mother loves porgies. I can't do porgies because they're too bony. But my
Yeah.
mother is just is that, and then she would also fry up fish tails for us, where it's kind of like chips. It's kind of like potato chips for us.
It's fucking
So
drive me crazy. You want to know what's gonna piss me off?
yeah, there you go. What's it,
And it
Nikki?
don't
What's
say
up, man?
nothing like, hey yo, listen, damn it. It don't say nothing like
What type of light is it?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, all right, never mind. I was gonna look it up.
Don't even have, but it don't have like a count. Like you know how you would have something that has a timer. It would like all right, it's gonna say 5, 4, 3. He's about to shut
Mm-hmm.
the fuck off. No reminder. Nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I know you're not a Google person. I would Google it and get the owner's manual and just read it from there. So, because yeah, you're right. Because that would bug me too. You know, constantly, especially as a content
It's always
creator.
this one right now. It was this one last couple of days ago, like yesterday or day before. Now it's this one. Like, Jesus, crying out loud.
But Nikki calls them fries. I appreciate that. So yeah, there you go. I mean, so I wanted to hit us with something simple, and it's food related because as soon as I'm done here, grab a quick bite to eat, and
Oh yeah.
later on, get some nice food, because we got happenings going on. So, but yeah, you guys keep tapping in. Let us know, even if we're off. What do you like calling them? Are they fries? Or are they chips? And then add to it. What do you like with your fries or your chips? Is it fish and chips? Is it fish and French fries? Is it chicken and fries? Is it burger and fries? Is it burger and chips? What? And what are your bet like halftime like those steak fries? You
I
know,
do. Like a good
me.
steak.
I like the curly fries and shared the stream out. Thanks a lot, Nikki. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Nikki.
Always a great support. But yeah, I like, curly fries. I will say this. They're my least favorite, 'cause- damn, that didn't even go 5 minutes.
That didn't go bring in. Look, that one just went off.
Hmm.
Knock it off, boy. What the heck's wrong with you? And the people
See
want to
when
know
you,
why I go on a rant.
yeah,
Stupid shit like this.
there you go, man. But yeah, curly fries are my least favorite but I guess it's because they're always soggy and because of the curl,
Right.
and it just seems like it's like, eh.
I mean,
Uh,
I had some good crispy curly fries,
I n-
but you gotta have them.
yeah,
Like
I
I don't like
never,
a mush.
I
Some
never had,
curly fries are they just got them mushy, and it's like
yeah, I can't
that's gotta be
stand it.
crispy.
Nah, it's just, I need a firmness to it. It's
Yeah.
just, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the last subject for
I want the
today.
French fries now, darn it.
Yeah, see, um, hey, look, we just had the draft, and a lot going on. The first part is, we're gonna start with the Eagles. What did you think about their draft, first of all, and some of their moves that they've done in free agency to date?
Not bad. I gave the Eagles B minus.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I give them a B minus, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, we did so great." You didn't go offensive lineman in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose Lane Johnson. Dickerson's good. It might be going because he was talking about, retiring.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to go offensive line. They went wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He's a slot guy. Is he a good one? Yes, but he's a slot receiver. He don't have great speed. He just has great hands. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's very good. But and I get it. They're gonna say he's gonna take AJ Brown's spot. I'm the only one gonna die on the rigging. I will stand on this mountain by myself with AJ Brown. I think he stays. But I think the Eagles did good. I think the team that done the best in the draft
Mm-hmm.
would be the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. You guys with the 2 picks in the first round
Mm-hmm.
really did unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why I said the Dallas Cowboys is because they picked the best player the whole draft, in my opinion, with the safety. I thought he was the best player in the whole draft. And I don't know how it dropped to him, but they got to him. But then again, I think the Giants did good too. I gave them both an A.
Okay.
I I think the Eagles did good. I like the move that they made when they traded with the Vikings
Mm-hmm.
for the third round pick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like what the Eagles did, but I liked with the Giants. I think the Giants and Dallas just made themselves a lot better. Where we are gonna actually have a really hard time fighting you guys and fighting the Giants and fighting Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You guys they made both teams stronger.
Well, here's my thing. As far as you guys, um, Makai Lemon is not just a slot guy. He's built like a slot guy, and I understand the logic, but I watch USC because they're in the Big Ten. There are times he lined up on the outside and he played very tough. He can run all your patterns, and he does very well going over the middle. And for a smaller size player, he can get up and high point the football.
He
So
is only 5'11".
he's a lot better now. Is he a big bodied receiver? No, I will give you that. AJ Brown is a big body receiver.
Right.
So in terms of the catch radius effect, it goes to AJ Brown there. But I also think that they felt like they had to do Lemon because the rumors that AJ Brown after the draft is going to the Patriots. We'll see. Now, Markel Bell, the offensive tackle that you got out of Miami,
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's a mammoth of a man.
Yes. He's big.
Because we got the other tackle, and this kid is like 6'9", 370 pounds or 306, whatever.
He will be the biggest Eagle ever in history. He's the
Makes
biggest
the
Eagle.
roster, yeah. Because
on every Eagles roster, he's the biggest man.
he's bigger than
We
Holland
had to
Pierce.
be the biggest, but he's now just
He's bigger than
by
Holland
far
Pierce.
just blew everybody away.
Okay. Michael Morris, also the guard that you got out of Georgia, is another one that, you know what? If you develop him, he's going to be good. You guys always seem to get those late round or mid to
Right.
late round linemen that
Yeah.
ends up developing.
We
So
just lost the offensive line coach.
yes,
The
I'll
best
say that.
offensive line coach in football, we just lost. He's not going to be. He's not with the Eagles no more. He's not.
he's not.
They fired him, but they said, "Hey, in a nice way, you step down." And wait, he's no longer with the Eagles. Everybody's like, he's going to be a consultant. No, he's not. Not a consultant. They told him to step away. They were being nice to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. It's different when you ain't got the best offensive line coach in the game.
I'll give you that. Your development is, but it's still a trickle down from your head coach. It does come from him. Now, who does he have in place and how is this person does? Yes, it goes a long way. I'll give you that. But you guys always seem to do well with offensive linemen. This is going to be the first test right here because it's the first year. And your tight end, Stowers from Vanderbilt, he's a flex tight end, man. He can play in the slot.
No, that's a good tight end.
He can play outside. So you guys, you did a B minus. I thought you guys were about a B plus. If you want to say A minus, B plus, I think you're right around there. Giants, yeah, you're right. I think we did very well.
I thought we need a safety.
You did get a safety, Cole Wisniewski from Texas.
Yeah, but we should have went higher up with safety.
Well, the thing is, Texas Tech had a really top level defense last year, so he has the traits there. Is he a Caleb Downs? No. And I understand your feelings about Caleb Downs being the best player in this draft. I've never felt he was. I've always felt it was Arvell Reese. I did actually before the Dexter Lawrence trade, and the Giants only had number 5 as far as picks, and I said the 4 players that I think are best for the Giants were Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Ione from Penn State, and Malinoa from Miami. And for us to get the 2 of the 4 that I thought were good at 5 is a slam dunk. And the
Well, that's why
reason
I
why
say that you and the Dallas
Mhm.
did the best in the draft.
Exact. And here's my thing, because a couple people asked me, well, why wasn't I big on Sonny Downs? I said, I'm not. It's not that. I said, did you guys really listen to the head coach? I said he came in and he said we got to run the ball and we got to stop the run. And I'm not saying I mean, I'm not saying Downs can't play a role, but he's a third level player, so
Yeah.
he's not always going to be in the box helping in the run game.
Ooh.
But Arvell Reese will be, and Malinois will be. And that's what he's trying to do. He's focused on the run game, both sides of the ball. And that's why with me, I'm a coach. I get it. But it's like if you listen, that's what I said to some Giants fans. I said, if you really listen and take your personal feelings out of it, he told you what he's trying to do. And that's
Right.
why to me it made sense. You want to say Downs is the most smartest? Yes. He's not the most he's athletic, but he's not highly athletic. Arvell Reese is exceptionally athletic. And don't forget, you can put him on the edge, but he can play off ball. And he did it at Ohio State. And he did it under a Matt Patricia defense. So it's like, I get it. To me, that's why they did well. I like the Hood draft at cornerback. He can develop into a number one type of a player. There are some things that, as a coach that I picked up on that are a tell in terms of what he's trying to play. If I was coaching him, I would talk to him about that, but I also want to see some more film to justify my thoughts. And the trade for Malachi Fields, some Giants fans, oh, we gave up too much stuff. And I'm like, well, first of all, we flipped a fourth for a third round. So you didn't give up a fourth round pick. That's a switch. So you want to talk the last two. That's what you're going to get. Now, next year's fourth, I'm like, if we get a comp pick, to me, that's a wash. We still have it. So, to me, I'm like looking at it. I gave up a fifth round draft pick to move up into the third round. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it and I feel. But even if we end up having to give away next year's fourth and we don't get a comp, you gave up 2 picks to move up into the third round, and they're mid to low later third day 3 draft picks. So and Fields is a big body type of receiver. Yes, you want to say his route tree is limited, okay, but the kid can play. And you can kill me with, he ran a slow 40 time. Go back to look at Jerry Rice when he came out. Look at Jerry Rice when he first came out. He ran a 4.71, but when he played a lot faster. So
Yes.
I
That's
don't
why I
get
always
it.
say that stuff never bothers me because of, just because what you did.
Of John Z.
What's good, Gregor? What like what you did, friggin' your 40 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the Eagles went and got Mike Mamula.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best at the friggin' combine. Guess what? He was ass. He was ass.
Look.
He was horrible. Mike Mamula was garbage. Oh, he got the most friggin' benches ever, and he was phenomenal. He going number 1. Yeah, he sucked.
Look, the draft, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the number 1 overall draft pick. It's a crapshoot. I mean, we remember what's his name when the Raiders drafted what's his name back in the day, who turned it out to be the massive bust when he was number 1 at quarterback. Damn, I forgot his name. But I mean, look, come on, and look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a 7th round draft pick, and everyone considers him, for the most part, the greatest quarterback of all. It's a crapshoot. It's what?
Joe Montana, wasn't he?
Yep, he was a 3rd round draft pick. 3rd round out of Notre Dame. Everyone said he was too small. He did not have a big arm.
He didn't have good hands. He had small hands.
They questioned if he would be able to play at the NFL, and he went down in history as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
He can't take a hit.
Yes.
He's fragile. Yep.
Thanks, John Z. Jamarcus Russell. That's why you guys are wonderful, man. Appreciate that. Jamarcus Russell was who I was talking about.
And
yeah,
they even had Dante Culpepper.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you might want to say he was a bust.
I don't want to say he was okay. I mean, when he came out of USF, I mean, he played in Minnesota. He was fine. He had talented players there, so he was okay. Could he? Do you want to argue? He could have won more. Okay, but that's anyone. But the point is, the expectation was bigger.
Yes.
Wasn't where it ended up being. The point I'm making is, pardon me, all rookies. They're rookies.
Yep.
They're coming and they need to learn.
Yep.
Plain and simple. And some guys who you think, whoa, where did they come from? I mean, look at Sam Mills. Sam Mills went to Montclair State in New Jersey, a Division III school, went to the USFL back in the 80s and ended up, God rest his soul, as one of the great linebackers in NFL history when he played for the Panthers and then the Saints. So you can sit here and, question, picks or whatever. It comes down to the system that they're in, their development, and sometimes it comes down to that player's what's right in here. Because there are some players who are extremely talented who is going to be trash, and then there's some who, what?
Look at Brian Dawkins.
Yep.
They didn't think Brian Dawkins was going to be that good, and look at him.
And look, everyone is not going to get an LT that or a Reggie White. That is just they're just that good. It. No matter what, they're going to come out and they're going to produce. In the end, everyone who the Eagles drafted, who the Giants drafted, you got to coach them up. As a Giants fan, we're trusting in Harbaugh and the coaching staff he's assembled. Are there always going to be naysayers? Yeah, there's going to be naysayers. But you know what? As a coach, I would tell you this: if Harbaugh was my coach, I would be amped up. As if I was a player, I'm sorry, because I'm like, I'm getting coached up. And these coaches here, they know what they're doing. Brian Daboll, the middle of his second year, I started saying it. I said he's not a coach. He's not a head coach. He's not. He doesn't know how to be a leader of men. He was not an adult in the locker room. Harbaugh,
I got a question for you, kids, because it's bothering.
Go ahead.
Now, the Eagles got a new offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on me when you guys sit there and tell me I got me an offensive coordinator that was hanging out with Jalen Hurts' daddy, eating milk and cookies with him, and he couldn't call plays. Then we go get Nick Sirianni's offensive coordinator, his best buddy. Him and this freaking guy is always hanging out. Oh, God, he's so smart and he's so great.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't call a goddamn play. Like, he didn't call plays when he got the job.
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy from Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Sandman. Call him Sandman because he looks like the dude from Spider-Man, the evil villain Sandman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Never called a goddamn play.
Mm-hmm.
They call him the next Andy Reid. Andy Reid called plays at least, by the way. But anyway, this is the third guy. Never called a goddamn play. And I'm supposed to have faith in this offensive coordinator. I mean, shame on me for believing in two guys. What makes me try to believe in the third one?
I understand your logic, and there's nothing wrong with your logic. You've been burned a couple of times. You want to call it PTSD? Call it PTSD. You want to say, you know what? Let me wait and see, because it sounds like you're saying I'm taking a wait and see approach to see this.
That's what I'm doing. A wait and see approach.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't know what this guy is.
There's nothing wrong with that. That I get it. Look, every coordinator, every head coach has to start somewhere. I get all that. Whether they started in high school, whether they started in youth football, in college, or in the pros, you still have to get your first start somewhere calling plays.
I get that.
But at the highest level, I get where you're coming from. You've been through it 2 other times, so now you're just backing off. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I got hold on. Now, I got it. Nick Sirianni. When he came here, they blew smoke up our ass. He's an offensive guru. The dude can't call play. He's the offensive guru. It kind of burns me that everybody's just like, all right, we'll be fine and dandy. And then, they're like, we're going to lose our number one wide receiver. And we're just going to trade him away. And people, I hear it's going to be a 2 and a 3. They're saying maybe a 1. They don't know what it's going to be. I don't think A.J. Brown's going anywhere because now New England's about to fire their head coach. That's going in shambles. But I think the Eagles are in some trouble. And especially if you get rid of A.J. Brown. I'm kind of nervous this year about the Eagles. And just don't understand it. It's crazy to me.
Your nervousness, there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. The past few years, you only really, in a sense, had to worry about one team behind you. Okay. To be brutally honest. And most of the times it was the Cowboys. So you had a higher level of confidence, which is understandable. Now you're looking at the Giants with Harbaugh and some of the moves that they did and what they're doing. It looks like they're bringing a level of physicality to the game. Even Washington, you still have to respect Washington. They were there the year before with Jaden Daniels. Now the question is, can they do it again? Can they get back there? As an NFC East supporter, you would want them to be, because when the division is playing, which that's why I said is it headed back to its glory days, when the division is playing at a high level, and it's usually the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys. Back in the days, it was the Redskins. Now it's the Commanders. You always had most of those teams. Usually it was 3, if not always 4 of them, because we also had Arizona at a time. And that's why those 4 were always battling it out and always fighting to make the playoffs. So as an Eagle, I understand your concern, because now it's the Eagles were up here and everyone else was for the most part down here. And now the window is closing. And now that concerns you. So I get it. I understand. Bro, there's nothing wrong with that. That's logical, in my opinion. And look, there are fans who, how can I word this properly? They're all or nothing. They don't know how to be in the middle sometimes and temper their emotions. We're old school. We've seen it all. So we know how to temper it down. And then today you also have, don't forget, you have fantasy football, you have gambling now, you have all this other stuff added into the equation. So their emotions, because fans are more emotional. Now, I always tell some content creators, fans are not like me. I'm very analytical. I know how to be measured. There are times I can get emotional, yes, but I'm an emotional coach when I'm on the sideline. But I also know how to turn it on and off. Where fans, you're just always there, always your emotions. Where, you know what? If you take your emotions out and you put logic into play, sometimes you can see the big picture. Which is why I said earlier, when I did my top 4, who did I say? And we got 2 of my top 4. And it's like, you know what? I'm listening to the head coach. I am a coach. I get it. So I know how to think like a coach a little bit more than the average fan. I get all that. But sometimes, look, everyone else for the most part is smart. I've seen it. I've listened to everyone. I've listened to people. Sometimes just take the emotion out and think logically. I don't get dived into all these analytics. I don't go crazy with analytics. I know how to use analytics for what they are, just as a tool, as a guidance tool. But it's very simple sometimes. Like with Harbaugh, like I said, if I listen to the coach, I know how to decipher what he's saying. He told me what I'm going to do, so I know, and I'm looking at what he's done. Like Pat Ricard coming in for the Giants, the fullback, tight end. That tells me everything. Falele. People don't Giants. Some Giants fans don't like him because he wasn't good, but it's telling me he wants to get tough at the line of scrimmage. So, and real quick, Daniel, it was a good pick. A lot of people don't like it because he doesn't have a lot of playing time, but it's good to stash him. Halftime and I grew up in the day, draft a quarterback and let him sit for a year or two, let him grow, and then you go from there. So I agree with you there. I don't usually agree with you, brother, but I agree with you with that one there. So
like a lot of people say it don't make sense, but if you're
Mhm.
gonna stash him, if you're gonna grab him, stash him,
yes,
and develop him,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Like this
You
day
still
and age now,
and you still have
it's
Stafford.
they're,
So
they're
yeah,
throwing quarterbacks out there too soon.
yes, yes, yes.
But
So there you
back in the
have it.
day, they did not do that. They
No.
developed them. They let them sit for 2 years or 3.
Hmm.
Then they put them out there. But
Exactly.
so
So
I understand what they did. I get that they said that people are saying, what are the Rams doing? This is a bad pick.
hmm
I don't
hmm
think it's a bad pick. I think they're going to develop.
yes,
And
exactly.
I got Stafford here. He can help develop them. Stafford's going to be here for like a year or 2, and then
Hmm.
we can move on from him.
Exactly. So and the
So they're
kid's
getting
smart.
ready. They're just getting ready when
Yeah.
Stafford wants to call it
And
quits.
here's one last thing about Ty Simpson. His dad is a coach. He's a quarterback kid. He's the son of of a coach. So he's very smart. He understands the game of football, and he sat for a while. Don't forget, he sat for a couple of years at Alabama before he got his opportunity, and look what he did. So when I look at it, I'm like, okay, well, he's sat before. He knows what he has to do, and he's prepared himself. So the NFL is a little bit different because it's faster, but he understands the game of football. So, but my last question I want to ask you: do you think overall the NFC East is headed back to its glory days when we were youngsters coming up, and you have all
Yeah.
four teams, as opposed to what you might have too high, too low, you know, all four
No,
teams.
I think it's going to be. I think it. I think like a couple of years it's been like this. Eagles here,
Mm-hmm.
teams are here. I think
Hmm.
it just got like this. It's going to be neck and neck.
Yes, yes, I
And
agree with you.
um, so if the Commanders can get their shit together and
Mm-hmm.
their quarterback can stay healthy, I
Mm-hmm.
think they're going to be a good team. I
Mm-hmm.
think the Giants just got a whole lot better. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I gave the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys A's. What
Mm-hmm.
they did both was unbelievable. And I
Mm-hmm.
think both teams are going to be ready to fight. I think
Exactly.
now it's almost neck to neck, all 4. See,
And
I mean, yes, you got to find out if who's going to be healthy or not.
mm-hmm.
And that's going
Mm-hmm.
to play the part of it. Um, I got questions on the Eagles that dropped it down a little bit because I got another offensive coordinator that never called a fucking play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a guy and a coach, Nick Sirianni. He said he was a offensive guru that he calls plays, but can't call play. So,
But
and
he's don't forget he's been a head coach for a few years and he's won a Super Bowl. So that
right.
that that, that gives him a little gravitas in a sense.
But I mean, like you won, you won a Super Bowl, but we used Kellen Moore to win the Super.
No, granted, any smart head coach does that. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not always about the head coach. It's about the staff that he builds around him. So,
Right.
but yes, I get what you're saying, and I know where you're going. I just look at Sirianni. He's a good coach. Is he an elite? Is he in the
Oh, yeah, I
stratosphere
don't
of
think
an
he's an
Andy
elite
Reid? No,
coach.
no. Is he in that
I think he's
level?
a yes man. Be
I
honest.
think I don't think he's a yes man because he speaks his mind. He ain't gonna yes you. He gonna speak his mind. But
Yeah, when
he
he talks about flowers and freaking, hey, I want to do rock paper scissors. I mean, listen, I want to. Dougie P won me a Super Bowl too, and they wanted to say he wanted to pick his own offensive coordinator and all. They said no. And Nick Sirianni, oh, rock, paper, scissors guy. Hey, watch the flowers bloom. He's good for that.
Daniel, don't go there with that with me, because Ethan Kaliakmanis is a better quarterback that you think. And yes, I'm biased towards anybody from Rutgers. So yes, he's a 7th round draft pick. He's going to be a backup. That's all it is. They're preparing that when Mariota goes and moves on.
Yes.
He's probably going to take what's his name? What's his name? The other one who played in Seattle. He played college ball at North Carolina. He's not any good. So Ethan can make all the throws that you need. He's just not athletic. He's not overly. He's more of a pocket passer who can maneuver in the pocket and can scramble and get downfield. He's just not a dynamic runner. So I get it. You got to make that for the future. He's not battling for the starting job. No, he's not. So he's going to be a career backup unless he develops and then they can trade him for assets in the future. So I'm gonna leave it there on that one. So but that's that. But yes, I'm also partial to anyone from Rutgers. I don't care where they go, even if it is Washington. I want to see him do well because I'm a big Scarlet Knight fan. That's my number one squad. So but hey, and I'm with you. I think the NFC East is headed back to its glory days. I loved it. The NFL also did well when the NFC East was playing at a peak level.
Yeah,
Man, I still remember John Riggins against Miami in that Super Bowl and that one run where he broke down the left sideline and was chugging along. And I remember the Dallas Cowboys as much as I can't stand them when they were out there and they went on that magical run and
yep.
And then the Eagles are always there, and the Giants. Come on, man. Right now the Giants are Giants fans are hoping.
When you guys got Hardball, I was like, oh my Lord, watch out. Here comes the Giants.
That's what
that's what you like. I was like, oh my Lord.
And the Giants
I can't believe they went and got a friggin' coach like Hardball, because Hardball has no play attitude. You're not going to play
business
big games. I'm not going to take gloves are off. You're a fucking man, and I'm going to treat you like a man.
Exactly. And it's real simple. Harbaugh's bringing back old school Giants football, which was always about the run game and defense. Yep. You can talk about Eli, but Eli doesn't get there without Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw, Derek, those days when they were running the football to eventually get them into the championship. It's about running the football and defense.
And you got a good running game because you got little Mike Allstott over there.
Yeah,
forget his name, but he's like Mike Allstott to me.
Scatterable. I knew you.
Scatterable. He's like a Mike Allstott dude. Will take a hit. He will hit them back. He will abuse people.
And
he is not scared to hit people.
And that's all we need. Just build the trenches, handle the trenches, and do what we got to do. So, but all right. So I know you got to get ready because you got your 2 other streams, one at 4 and one at 7, 8 o'clock, 7:30 tonight.
Yeah, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So
got to figure out the Flyers and why's it got to be Flyers and Sixers at the same time?
Make sure everyone taps in the halftime. Show him support, man. He's a busy man working hard today, man. So I will say this. I hated Randall. I love him.
I love me a Randall Cunningham.
I hated him
everybody wants the sack. They don't remember that, coach.
Yeah, exactly. I still remember when Carl Banks had him down there on the goal line, dove to hit him, and he just went parallel, put his hand down, got up, and still went in the score because he didn't get tackled. It was just like, are you serious? I mean,
listen, Randall Cunningham has the longest punt in football
against the Giants.
Against the Giants.
Come on, man.
99 yards.
Look. Randall Cunningham.
That's why I had to put the Randall Cunningham as the longest punt.
Look, Randall Cunningham was really the first dual threat quarterback when you really think about it, because he could
Yeah,
run and
him
he
and
could
Warren
pass.
Moon.
Yes, Warren Moon was the passer. He wasn't the runner. Randall was
Yeah,
both. So,
but
but before we get out of
Randall
here,
could run, dude. Randall could run. And when you see Randall run, people got scared. They don't like, oh my God, he's going for it all.
well, he didn't step down. He just stepped away for day 3 to get counseling. So technically, he's still the head coach.
Yeah,
So,
but
um,
they're talking about firing him.
no, I get it. He's saying that he stepped down day 3 of the
They
draft.
made
No,
him step down, and they're like, "Yo, we're gonna
he's
shit can
he,
you." He
no
had to go see some
step
psychiatrist help.
step down is the wrong word. Step away. He's still technically the head coach
Yeah, for
right
right now.
now. So if they said, "Oh, he's not going anywhere, he's still coaching," we would be like, "Oh, he's still the head coach." We
Right, but
anticipate things changing. There's a difference there. So, but hey,
something else is
listen,
gonna come out in like a month.
look, Vrabel. I mean, you shouldn't have cheated on your wife, but men and women have been cheating on each other for years. But look, he smashed a hottie. I don't care what you
Okay,
say.
yes,
He
that's a
smashed a
hottie.
hottie. And most of us men, if she threw them draws at us, most of us men, I'm not saying all, most would have done the same damn thing. So kill me with the noise, man. Men cheat on wives, wives cheat on husbands, boyfriends cheat on girlfriends, girlfriends
Yeah, but
cheat on
there's
boyfriends.
gonna be something else, and like if he gets traded there, right, Coach? Just
Yeah.
say AJ Brown gets traded there real fast.
Mhm.
Now it's gonna be, it has to be investigated. Of hey, you tampering.
How's it tampering?
They're
They
gonna
they
have it
both
for
no.
tampering.
Supposedly they both agreed to it. It's not tampering. They both agreed. They're just waiting till after the draft
Yeah, they
because of
said
the
there was some.
June
They
first.
said
The
it's
June because of
going
the
to be investigated for tampering. I don't know if it's going to
how
happen.
how and when they said they're just waiting until June 1st because of the contract. Because if they trade him before that, the Eagles will get a bigger hit. After June 1st, you split it. That's my understanding.
Well,
How's that
there's talking about
tampering?
because with the girl and the coach, there was tampering in something with that.
Okay, I don't understand.
Yeah, I
So,
don't.
but
Like I said, it's going to something else is going to come out in like a month or two.
we'll see. Yeah,
So
we will see.
I'm just waiting to say.
Yeah.
I think
Me too.
there's. I mean, New England might fire their coach because there are
Mm.
talks of them firing their coach. I mean, there's a little problems going on in New England,
Look, I'm
so
just
it
gonna
might
say
not
this.
happen.
What I have come to appreciate now more than ever, the NFL, they're in collusion, all of them together, because it's borderline reality TV. Other than playing the games are real, but all the storylines after everything, because it keeps us all interested. Let's be real. We
Yeah,
sit here and we talk about it. It's reality TV. And we
dude,
love reality one way or another. We love reality TV, and
it is a soap opera. It is the man's
yes,
soap opera.
yes, and
I
that's
don't
why
know if
it's like,
anybody watches soap operas. I never would like soap operas when I was a kid. My mom laughed and said, "You watch the biggest soap opera of them
yes,
all. You're breaking my chops over soap operas because she used to always watch soap operas." I'm like, "This is boring, Mom. Fucking light. You're
yeah.
pissing me off. What you're doing?"
Nah, chill. We better ready to get out of here too, bro. Anyway, so
Yeah, I'm
like I
gonna break
said,
this light in a minute.
yeah,
But yeah, my mom was like making fun of me. This is the biggest soap opera of them all. Look at this. 32 teams and who's going where and what's doing
she did.
this and who's
Oh,
dating who and
she did what? She slept with other head coaches in the league. That's what you're saying, Damien? I mean, if that's what you're saying, I mean, okay, tell me what other head coaches that you know of that she slept with. I love to hear that. So, but the NBA is full of drama. Yeah, all sports. It's reality TV.
it's all drama.
It's,
It really is. It's all drama
yeah,
going around NBA, hockey, freaking baseball. There's a lot of
they
drama.
do it because they want to keep us interested. But you
Yep.
know what?
It's
Now
a
I'm to the
big
point.
soap opera.
I'm to the point. All right, whatever. And look, I take what I want. I create my content based off of that. And yeah, you're right, John C. WWE is a soap opera too. That's the big. But at least they say it. They say it's sports entertainment, world wrestling entertainment. They sports entertainment. They don't sit here and sugarcoat it. So you know what it is. So that's what all of them are. They're soap operas. So, but all right, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Like I said, halftime got a lot of work to do, so I don't want to keep them too much longer.
Get ready to set up the Phillies.
Give them at least a little break. So, and Jonesy, you got the last shot in.
All right, Gregor.
But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. I got my stream on Tuesday with the WNBA talk, and on Wednesday with the NBA talk, the pick and roll, as well as Heart of the City. So you'll see me back to action. So making my videos. We're gonna get out of here before halftime breaks. Yeah, so
I gotta figure this light out.
Let you figure it out. So, but
now it's doing like Morse code shit.
We appreciate everyone. We'll be back next week, definitely. So, more to talk about. So, appreciate everyone for being here. Y'all have a great one. And what do you always say before we get out of here halftime?
Catch you guys on a rebound. Peace.
Peace.
Gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and coach's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.